We are now live. Welcome to Lawn Care Talk at Ring Lawn Care. Currently in the window, we have Brian Ring. How you doing? You want to introduce yourself there, Joe?
My name's Joseph DiPace. I'm from Metro Detroit, Michigan. Beppes Landscaping is the name of my company. I've been in business here since October 2014 is when I, filed with the state and formed the LLC, and it's just been a marathon from there. Like we were saying last night, not a sprint, a marathon. So
Exactly. Exactly. Well, I had a couple questions I wanted to ask you personally. I know a little bit about you also, but I think for the viewers that are watching this, this may be beneficial for them also. Um, how old are you?
I'm 20 years old. I just turned 20 in April, and before I started my company, I shadowed a company for about a year and a half. Kind of showed me what to do and also kind of what not to do. And, you know, he was going through his growing pains and, kind of gave me a little insight, to begin. Kind of like how a lot of people are explaining now, like over this winter, everybody was on Periscope. Companies were talking with each other, learning stuff to get them years ahead. So I think when I shadowed that company, that kind of gave me those couple years ahead, so I wasn't hitting my head every time I went to try something new or try to get into something.
Yeah. So, okay, you did work for somebody, and but what got you interested in this industry, the lawn and snow industry? I mean, what made you decide this is what I want to do?
Well, I would say when I kind of always, did the yard work around my house, and it was like for my older brother, it was always painful for him, him to grab a rake or, a shovel. And I seen on your website, you said you'd be when you're in your about section, you'd be helping your neighbors, shovel their snow out, just helping them get out of their driveway. I kind of did that as well. Actually, before I shadowed that company, I worked for a pizzeria, and I would come home and I'd walk a snowblower down the street, and I would, do so many people's houses that way. And I think for lawn care that I decided I wanted to do it. At first, when I formed the company, I kind of thought I was going to be, more based on landscaping, but I've kind of now, I explained to you, I know I'm, used to be half and half, half lawn care, half landscape. Now I'm like almost three-quarters lawn care, quarter landscape in a week. Um, I just love, taking a yard, long grass, and just kind of just cleaning it up, just doing
Sure.
that. And and then also you're servicing someone, and and I was kind of good at it when I was working for that company. They let me start going on the riders probably about 2 weeks, and then I learned what striping was. And I don't know,
Mm.
I just kind of just took off. I didn't know how far this was going to take me, because I didn't have a lot of guidance at first. All I had was that year I put in with that company, and didn't really know too much about equipment and what I should buy, what should I invest in, or what's too much. And well, right now, I have just about 40 people I take care of a week, and I can keep. I was at first I was kind of taking in what I could get, but now I can kind of get my cream of the crop and you know do the work that I want to. I'm at that point now. But I
Oh, that's
still,
great.
give everybody a chance here, go out, give estimates, and take everything in. But I'll take everything with a grain of salt though too, while I'm learning. So
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Hey, Andy. Andy just joined. Andy Wilson from Cut and Clean Lawn Care
What's going on?
down in
what's up,
Missouri.
Andy?
Look at these eyes, man. This is the just woke up eyes I got going on.
Me and Joe were just talking on the phone right before the blab, and I was telling him basically, you guys know I don't do drugs or alcohol, but I completely feel hungover today. No kidding.
It doesn't take much, man. It really doesn't.
No, no.
Yeah, I struggle with that a lot.
But
From having a day job and working that 6 to 2:30, when 8 o'clock
Yep.
hits, man, I am ready for bed.
Yep. I figured, we'd try to maybe just, I did this blab kind of on the fly, of, scheduling it maybe to show you guys, because I know you guys were there last night, just the advanced feature of, scheduling a blab, just to try to promote our industry. Because I know for a fact our industry would probably be the last to know about something like this particular type of platform.
Right.
Which you guys, I don't know if you're in agreement with me, but I think it's fabulous. I think it's just awesome.
I think it could turn into something where it's almost like a weekly thing where it gains a popularity to where, like cities around the U.S. here, someone say, "Did you hear about this, thing BLAB that the lawn care community has a talk show every Sunday night or Saturday night?" And then you could just get calls in and you just hear a different story every week,
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
Like what I was saying
Exactly.
last night, one of my favorite things about this platform, besides just the live aspect of it, you can watch anybody in a live thing, but you're only getting their information, their opinions on things. And having 4 or 5 people that have, a wealth of knowledge in whatever we're doing and getting a different look at the way everybody does something, that's a lot of information for people to take in. And it's a really good platform for that,
Yep. No, and that's kind of why I wanted to maybe get this recorded so that we could share this anywhere we want. I mean, we can repurpose this particular broadcast. That's the great thing about, BLAB and a lot of live video broadcasting, like Periscope, like Facebook Live, even YouTube Live. You can repurpose it, and share it.
Right.
So then we bring attention, to us, and then we can collaborate and just make our businesses better. I mean, that's the biggest thing I see happening with this particular type of platform.
Yeah. It's
But no, I really, go ahead.
It's just getting like you said, it's just like getting the people here, man. It's making it more known and more relative that we're here, we're on here. And if you guys want to listen to us and hear what we got to say or join in, this is where we're going to be. And I think it'll be easy to get people in doing that.
Yeah, I think, we just need to spread the word. And, I like this aspect, like you see, I was asking Joe questions just on how he started his business, why he started his business. I guess my last question, I mean, I could ask him a bunch of questions.
Right.
I mean, I really wanted to, get some poignant information from him considering he's 20 years old. I mean, we all know Blake Albertson. He's 20 years old. We know his situation from YouTube. But Joe, I think, may be one of those up and comers that you want to follow, you want to watch, because I have been watching him and he's doing some amazing things. I mean, he really is. I mean, he's sending me his Snapchat videos of work that he's doing that I hate to do and I'm good at, but he's doing it and he loves it and he's great at it. No kidding. And I'm not just saying that.
No,
so,
yeah.
I mean,
I'm right there with you on that, man. I watch all of Joe's stuff on Snapchat, and I hate to always use the age thing because, anybody can do anything at any age. It's just a number type of thing. But he's wise beyond his years, man. He's very business savvy. He conducts himself very well. He just seems like he's on a different platform than most people that are going to be starting out at that age. So, yeah, that's something I really like watching Joe, man.
Exactly. And, and that's what, I felt like would be, a great conversation starter, him sharing, being 20 years old, talking about, so he can look back even himself on this one day, this little conversation we're having right now, and go, this is where I was, May 31st, 2016 in my business even, because this is forever, this video, this broadcast. And to be 20 years old and to actually be able to look back, let's say make 3 sure, years from now, to share this out. If you're listening
I talked
right
to
now,
Brian Ring from
we
Ring
do
Lawn
want
Care.
to
I
grow our
talked to Andy Wilson from
community
Cut and
and,
Clean.
collaborate. I do have a
And
couple
now
more
look where
questions
I
for
am.
Joe. And I guess one of them, I know I asked you, what got you interested in the industry? We discussed that. But I wanted to know why did you start your business, Beppes Landscaping?
What really pushed me was kind of like a mentor, I would say at the time. When I was working at the pizzeria, there was a delivery driver. He was thinking about starting up his own pizza shop. And I know that he's had kind of other ventures before, that he became, he was a delivery driver and he was doing other stuff at home. Uh, and right now, to this day, he actually owns a pizza, I'm sure he'll be, having like a couple franchises, almost have like a franchise soon. And he's dominating the social media game. But this mentor, he left that delivery job and quit, probably a year before I quit. And he wrote me this letter, and he would always kind of, before I can't remember exactly what was in this letter, but I remember he would always tell me, don't be afraid to, open your own business or be your own boss, because you can do it. And at first I would soak it in, but, I was still 16, working at a pizza shop, going to school. And then he wrote me this letter when he left. And there's some of the kindest words that anyone's ever said to me. And at the very end, he said, you can be your own boss. He just he saw it in me. And
Let me stop you
that's
right
kind
there.
of what pushed.
Let me stop you right there. And I mean, I think that's what Andy and I were seeing in you. We see, that entrepreneur, you see it. I mean, you literally see yourself as an owner. I mean, we see that in you. So what your guy was saying, we see that also, just to let you know.
And it gave me this boost. And then I was going to say something last night, like when it comes to working hard and, working vigorously, like, I don't know where I get the motivation or why I feel the need to do it, but I just do it, honestly. Like we say, grinding, like I just feel like it needs to happen.
Yeah.
Otherwise, not that you're going to fail or you can't do anything else. It's just, I feel like that's the only option,
Yeah.
like today, I still, I still got work to do this whole week. I took Monday off, but, I still know that I got to wake up and go out there and grind,
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of us,
Thank you. I appreciate
yeah, I seen the
that.
comment down there. That was pretty cool. No, I think a lot of us have a purpose, but sometimes we don't know what that purpose is. Sometimes it's just inside of us. You know what I mean? I mean, I was that same way prior to having children. I got 5 kids,
Mm-hmm.
but prior to that, my work history was that of I just got to get this done. I got to go to work. For some reason, something said I got to go to work. I got to hold a job. I mean, this is before I was like even paying rent or anything. I thought this way. So you may be like myself and many others, that 5% in the world that do what you do for a living and you love it. That's all I can think of. Because somebody told me that not too long ago, maybe about 5 or 6 years ago. It was another business owner that told me that face to face that we were doing work for. He owns 7 eye doctor facilities or whatever. And I mean, he's got money, I mean, he's built his business over the past 40 years. But he said that to me. He said, Brian, do you realize we are the 5% in the world that do what we love for a living? And that's stuck. And you might see that in some of my Snapchats or maybe in my posts or me talking, about it. And it's true. We just are that percentage that has that purpose, drive, love, and passion, but we don't know why. We don't know why. We just have it. We just have it. And I think if you ever do have children or you have a wife or you get a house of your own or something like that, then your drive will come into play. This is something that I need to do to support. You know what I mean? Right now, I think you just have a purpose.
Mm-hmm. And I've thought about that too. Like, who am I working for other than myself right now? And I've, obviously thought about, down the road, if you have a family, you're starting that grind right now. You
Exactly.
built that company right now. Like, I'm sure Blake, like, he wants to have, a house when he's older. Like, he's starting that right now. He's not just grinding out to get another mower or grinding out to get another truck or trailer. It's just the whole picture. I think one thing that really helped me out was when I was growing up was watching my dad. He would work 6, 7 days a week. He works at Chrysler, and I obviously didn't get to see him too much growing up because he would work nights every single night. But uh, the time I got to spend with him would be he had a couple rentals, so we would someone move out, we go in there, clean it up. So I got to get useful with tools, and it kind of helped me too. Like, okay, something breaks down, problem solve. We're not going to just take it, to someone. You got to do problem solving. That's a big thing in business. Every day something gets thrown at you. You got to be able to, you know, take it in and evaluate the situation. I mean, we talked on the phone in the winter about a situation that happened with me, and you know, only can go, move from here, move forward. You have to take what you have now and have the backup plan. We're talking about that as well.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see, Lawn Digest is leaving. You have a good day too. You got some yards to cut.
Yeah, we're probably going to start up here in about a half hour. We're just kind of letting it dry up. We did get a little rain here. No, it's great, man. I mean, it's great to see, guys, like us that, we're one and the same and we probably don't even know it. Um, so, I mean, it's just great to see somebody else's aspect or point of view, no, like Andy said, no matter the age, because we all have similarities and we're finding out about them. And this is kind of a great way of doing that and finding out about that and then sharing that and collaborating about it. You know what I mean? Well, I guess the last one I had for you was, essentially, when did you know, or do you even know, this could be a way of making a living, this industry, this work that you're doing via the landscape industry?
I
Or are
haven't
you not
figured out.
there yet?
I haven't. I'm not there yet. I'm starting to get there where I might. I've never told anybody yet. This is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. It's not that it's up in the air, and it's not that it's 100% tied down. Um, but I started noticing that this can be like it. This can be it. Not not when not when the money started coming in, because you will have. I feel like I've had to the point where when I first started, it's like, all right, man, when are these checks going to start just sitting in the bank and not sitting there and then getting thrown to something, or this breaks, you know, once I started saving money, that's when I kind of said, okay, this is starting to look nice. But not the money aspect. I kind of noticed that I could start doing this for the rest of my life. So when I started explaining my story to people my age, that may have a 9 to 5 job, or start explaining to people, this is how my day goes. No, nobody tells me what to do. Nobody tells, if I want to go to the bathroom, I go to the bathroom. I mean, I just went to, when I was working, you weren't even allowed to go to the bath, you're not allowed to go to the bathroom. That's a great feeling, yeah.
Right.
But I kind of, when I tell my story to people, I see some, they, they give me this look. I don't even know how to explain it. That it's like, you're really doing something, that's great for the community, and it's like, great for yourself. But I don't know how to explain it. It's like when I explain something, explain the way that I conduct my business, and I don't know, I just get this look on someone's face, and and I meet people for 10 minutes, Brian, for 10 minutes on an estimate. And I shit you not, I walk around this property, you know, it was kind of a quote where I'd have to get back with him. And I shook his hand. He's like, you know what? He's like, I like you. I'm like, I didn't say anything. I was just thinking in my head. I'm like, I've only met this guy for 10 minutes, and he already, just the way I conduct myself. I feel like, a lot of people get a good energy off me, and that's what I try to do. I don't try to thieve or steal. It's just, I just try to go out there, do good work, and get paid, and build my brand.
Can't shake a stick at that, man. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I had in regards to like mainstream questions about your business and why you started. Just, I wanted to get people educated for when they do replay this, or even the viewers right now, just about Joe Pepe of Pepe, DiPace. How did DiPace landscaping? Sorry. But no, man, I mean, this is great. I mean, I would love to see us grow this community, of course, and just help each other out, and collaborate. Because I think there's a lot more to discuss. I know we are on a Tuesday, what are we on, Tuesday right now? I don't even know what day it is.
Yeah.
You guys got me hung over from
right
last
now,
night, dude. You can't see me? All right.
No, I can hear the audio though.
Okay. Well, I mean, essentially, I know there's like the social media aspect. I don't know if that might be for another discussion, but right now I think that maybe we could just repurpose this particular video just to kind of show people, hey, we can have, these discussions and keep it cordial and learn from each other.